Oh, okay. Y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to lean in. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, I got my bonnet on and I was because I'm getting ready to go to bed. But anyway, imagine an 8-year old telling a man that is now her new dad, you can leave now. I got to tell y'all this story. It's story time, y'all. Oh God, I'm getting ready to really let y'all in on my life and who I was when I was 8 years old. At that time, I was Tasha Henderson. And my mom had recently got married. This was probably back in 1989, I want to say 89. No, I'll get it right. Just bear with me, but just lean on in because y'all gonna need to hear this. Cause some of y'all might have already went through this. Some of y'all are dealing with this now and you don't know how to respond to the blended family because that's what I started to experience at 8 years old. So my mom gets married to this man and they dated for a little while, but not too long, about 6 months from what she told me. And it was on Valentine's Day. And I thought I would never ever share this story, but my mom and I were talking about it yesterday. And a friend of mine's, she was at my mom's visiting with us, and we just had a conversation, and this happened to come up. So my mom and my stepdad, my dad, they got married on Valentine's Day, and I was in elementary school. I remember very vividly that I was 8 years old and I was in the third grade. Y'all, let me tell you what I did. So we was having parties all day long, Valentine's Day. So I on purpose did not eat lunch at all. All I did was eat candy, 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 candy. That's all I ate. And when the time came for my mom and my dad to get married, my stepdad, and you're going to hear me refer to him as my dad because he raised me. He was in my life consistently. I seen this man every day of my life until he passed away when I was in my 20s. And my biological father, he is still living. But there is no relationship with he and I, my biological father. And we'll tell you that story later on down the line. But yes, I ate candy all day long. I mean, I ate candy all day. I mean, I was eating that candy up. And I thought that it would be a great idea for me to do so. So we get to the ceremony, and the ceremony was at my grandparents' house. And then we went to the reception at the church that I had started going to after my parents got married. And so, y'all, having a good time. My mom's parents were there, and her siblings and, some friends, close friends of my mom's. And it was just a wonderful time, good time. Y'all, I got sick at the reception. I threw, I vomited. I'll use that word. I vomited. I got so sick on the stomach because I ate all of this candy. I just wanted to eat candy, candy, candy because I thought that was my way of stopping the wedding. That if I got sick, then my mom would not go through with this wedding. She would tell him that she is not going to marry him, and then that would just be it. Everything would be all gravy. Well, that did not happen. She got married to him anyway, and I was not happy about that. So while I was sick at the reception, she in there having a good time. She came outside where I was at with one of her good friends, and her friend was consoling me. Her friend was making sure that I did not vomit on my dress, and just she was holding my ponytails back. I can remember this, y'all, like it was yesterday. And my mom came out there, and this is what she said: "Oh, child, she'll be all right." And my mom turned around and went right back into the reception, and she did not pay me no attention. She did not care whatsoever. She did not care. Well, the reception went on. Everything went the way it was supposed to go. They started cleaning up, and they started cleaning up. And my mom and my dad, I mean, yeah, we went to our apartment where we were living at until we changed clothes. And I was in my room. I was mad as fire. I was so mad. I was so angry that my mom went through with it because it was just me and my mom. Because I'm the youngest out of all of my siblings, and my siblings are much older than I am. And so just mad and still sick, by the way, that day. Into their room, their bedroom, and I'm sitting on the bed. And he grabs me, he picks me up and he puts me on his lap. And I looked at him, and this is what I said to him. I said, "You can leave now." Just like that. I told him that he can leave now. And when he picked me up and put me on his lap, he looked at me and he said to me that he loved my mom, he loved me, and that he was going to be there for me. He was going to be there for us until God says otherwise, until there's no more breath in his body. And that's sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And my my mind could not comprehend what if y'all hear something in the background, y'all hear a little voice in the background, that's my granddaughter. And I want her to go in her room where she need to be because she's not supposed to be awake right about now. And I was looking at him, and while he was telling this to me, that he was going to be in my life, that he wasn't going anywhere, that he was going to, be who he is supposed to be to me, a father, and take care of me, take care of my mom. And sure enough, he did that. Now, let me just tell y'all, even though he said that to me, my 8-year old brain, my mind was not comprehending that. I was still angry. I didn't want to hear that. I really wanted him to go home. I did not want to share my mom with anybody because it was just her and I. It was just us two. I'm chilling, like everything's cool. Like we don't need nobody else coming in here. That's what I thought, and I did that. I didn't want him there, but he stayed. They were married for 14 years before he passed away in 2001. And y'all, I was so terrible. I was terrible to my mom. I was terrible to him. Everything. Now, let me say this: everything was all gravy. It was all good before they got married. When they was dating, they dated for like 6 months before they got married. Everything was all good. Go in the room. Everything was all good. I liked him a lot. Cared about him. I loved him. He was my dad. Everything was cool. But after they got married, I was like, that changed. That changed. I mean, I went left on him. But they had a good marriage. Their marriage went through the normal ups and downs that any marriage goes through. But I know he truly loved my mom. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I was so terrible. I was so terrible that I gave him hell for the first 9 years of their marriage. And that time went by so fast. And I only had 5 years left of the relationship to salvage it because I had messed it up. I had done so many horrible things. I was not a good. I wasn't bad, but I wasn't good either. I was off the chain. And I just want to tell you that I'm grateful that I had him in my life because he taught me a lot. And it was a question that my mom asked me that she had never asked me before. Never asked me before. And she asked me, she said, "Tasha, when did you know that he was an excellent father to you?" And I said to her, I said, "I wish you wouldn't have to ask me that question." And my eyes began to well up because I realized that my dad, my stepfather, but he was my dad because he raised me. I realized that he was a father to me the day he died. That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, that's very crazy. Because I did not cherish him. I did not give him a chance to get to know me. I didn't even give myself a chance to get to know him. And I only had 5 years left of his life. And by that time, that 5 years it was going by so fast and so quick that I did not have time to do all of the things that a daughter should have done with a father. A father should have done with a daughter, the father daughter dances and all of that stuff. And I didn't have none of that. And a lot of things that I won't ever get to experience. But I'm okay with that because I have come to grips with that. And I just want to let you all know that if you are or have dealt with a blended family, it's not easy. It's very challenging. And if you are in a blended family now, it will be a lot of work. You will have to do a lot. You will have to communicate with individuals that are live different from you. Personalities are different. Their temperament is different. So there's a lot of things that you would have to transform in your life in order for the blended family to connect and come together. But we'll talk about that on another live. I just want to come on here and share with y'all that story. And if you are in a blended family, I want to share this with you also. That I have something that I'm working on now that will be a blessing to you. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. But if you just stick around, if you enjoy this story time, if you enjoy this live, and me telling you this story about my life and being transparent and how terrible I was when I was 8, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up so you can and the bell rather so you can get all the notifications. So anytime that I come live, anytime I have a new upload, of a video or a short or a post, that way you won't miss it. But give it a thumbs up. So that way the algorithms will be nice to me and shoot my videos out to everybody else. Okay. And if you would love to be a part of a community, be on the lookout because my community is building. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. And I would love for you to be a part of that. I would love for you to be a part of it. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Yes, I'm in my bonnet. If somebody come in these comments and say, well, why she got that on? Because I'm getting ready to go to bed because I've been up since 2 a.m. And I get up every morning at 3 a.m. But this morning, I just happened to get up at 2 a.m. And I've been up all day and I have not had no nap. So that's why I got my bonnet on because I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Okay. Well, y'all have a good night. I love you. And I hope y'all have a good rest, a peaceful rest. But until next time, remember, be who God created you to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, I can't forget this. I want to also tell you that I am the founder of a movement, an organization called No Longer Silent, because I am a DV survivor twice, 2 times. Yes, I am. Yeah, I said twice. However, you can go in my playlist and look at the journey to healing, growth, and purpose. Look at the stories. It's story time. You can look at that. Those playlists, they are there for you to look at and binge on. That's why I know y'all want to become a subscriber. Go ahead. Because I got some stuff coming. I'm getting ready to go get on. I'll talk to you soon. Later.